The Galactic Assessment. In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, countless civilizations had risen and fallen, each leaving its mark on the tapestry of galactic history. For millennia, the most advanced species had formed a loose coalition known as the Galactic Confederation, a body dedicated to exploring, cataloging, and occasionally intervening in the affairs of younger races. It was this august body that first turned its attention to a small blue planet in an unremarkable arm of the galaxy, Earth. The initial reports were less than impressive. Earth was a relatively young world, teeming with life, but seemingly devoid of any species capable of true sapience. The Confederation's long-range sensors detected no signs of advanced technology, no artificial structures visible from space, and no transmissions that could indicate intelligent life. For centuries, Earth remained a footnote in the Confederation's vast database of potentially habitable worlds. It wasn't until humanity's first radio transmissions leaked into space that the galaxy took notice. Even then, the response was one of mild curiosity rather than excitement. After all, countless species had reached this stage of development, and most had either destroyed themselves or stagnated long before achieving interstellar travel. Zaxnar, the Confederation's chief assessor, reviewed the preliminary data on humanity with a mixture of boredom and resignation. The Vraxians' multiple eye stalks swiveled independently as they scanned different holographic readouts floating before them. Another carbon-based species, Zaxnar muttered, their voice a series of clicks and whistles. Vital, short-lived and fragile, hardly worth the effort of a full assessment. Nevertheless, protocol demanded a thorough investigation of any newly discovered intelligent species. Zaxnar reluctantly assembled a team of researchers from various member races of the Confederation. Their mission was simple: observe humanity up close, assess their potential, and determine whether they were worthy of contact or should be left to develop on their own. The research vessel, Cosmic Inquiry, arrived in Earth's solar system undetected, its advanced cloaking technology rendering it invisible to human sensors. On board, a diverse crew of alien scientists prepared for their first close encounter with humanity. Dr. Lyrics, a Centaurian xenobiologist, peered out of the observation deck at the blue-green world below. Her crystalline body sparkled in the light of Earth's sun as she turned to address her colleagues. "Fascinating," she chimed, her voice a melodious tinkle. "The planet's biosphere appears incredibly diverse. I've never seen such a variety of ecosystems on a single world." Grok, a Tarlatian engineer, grunted in response. His massive, rocky form dwarfed the other researchers as he lumbered over to join Lyrics at the window. "Diversity means nothing if it doesn't produce results. Let's see what these humans are capable of before we get excited." The ship's AI, an incorporeal entity known as Nexus, chimed in. "I've completed my initial scan of human communications networks. Their technology is primitive by our standards, but they appear to be advancing at an unprecedented rate." Zaxnar, who had accompanied the mission to oversee its progress personally, waved a tentacle dismissively. "Many species experience rapid technological growth in their early stages. It rarely lasts." As the Cosmic Inquiry entered Earth's atmosphere, the crew was struck by an unexpected sensation. A subtle vibration ran through the ship, causing instruments to flicker momentarily. "What was that?" demanded Zaxnar, all eye stalks now focused intently on the main view screen. Nexus's voice carried a note of confusion. "Unknown. The ship's systems experienced a momentary disruption." Analyzing. Before the AI could complete its assessment, a more pressing concern arose. The cloaking field surrounding the Cosmic Inquiry began to fluctuate, its normally seamless camouflage wavering like a mirage in the desert. Grok's gravelly voice rose in alarm. "Impossible. Our cloaking technology is infallible. What could be causing this interference?" Dr. Lyrics, ever the scientist, was already running scans of the surrounding atmosphere. "There's something unusual about Earth's air composition. It's unlike anything in our database." As the ship descended further, the problems only intensified. Systems that had functioned flawlessly across thousands of worlds began to behave erratically. The cosmic inquiry's smooth descent turned jerky and uncertain. Zaxnar, for the first time in centuries, felt a twinge of genuine concern. Stabilize our descent. We can't risk being detected by the humans. The crew worked frantically to maintain control of the ship, but it was clear that something about Earth's environment was fundamentally incompatible with their technology. As they struggled, Nexus made an announcement that sent a shockwave through the assembled aliens. Alert! I've detected numerous artificial satellites in orbit. Many appear to be equipped with primitive but functional imaging technology. Given our current cloaking instability, there's a 73.6% chance that we've been observed. The implications were staggering. Not only had the supposedly primitive humans managed to launch satellites, but they might have just witnessed the arrival of an alien spacecraft. The carefully planned, covert observation of humanity was in jeopardy before it had even begun. As the cosmic inquiry finally touched down in a remote area, carefully chosen to minimize the risk of human contact, the alien researchers found themselves in an unprecedented situation. They had come to study humanity, but now they were the ones facing an unexpected challenge. Zaxnar, composure regained, addressed the crew. Our mission parameters have changed. We must not only assess humanity's potential, but also determine the source of this atmospheric anomaly. The Confederation must be informed immediately. As the aliens prepared to venture out onto the surface of Earth, they were unaware that their arrival had indeed been noticed. In observatories and military installations around the globe, humans were puzzling over grainy images of an object that seemed to appear and disappear in the sky. The age-old question, "Are we alone?" was about to be answered, but not in the way anyone had expected. The stage was set for an encounter that would challenge the preconceptions of both humanity and the galactic community. Earth, dismissed as an unremarkable world inhabited by a fragile primitive species, was about to reveal its secrets and, in doing so, redefine its place in the cosmos. The atmospheric anomaly. As the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, the alien research team from the Cosmic Inquiry prepared to venture out onto Earth's surface. Their landing site, a secluded clearing in the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, provided ample cover from prying human eyes. However, the lingering effects of the atmospheric interference left the team on edge. Dr. Lyrics, the Centaurian xenobiologist, was the first to exit the ship. Her crystalline form shimmered as it came into contact with Earth's air, refracting the early morning light in dazzling patterns. She paused at the foot of the boarding ramp, her sensory nodes pulsing with activity. "Fascinating," she chimed, her voice carrying a note of wonder. "The air here is alive. I've never encountered anything quite like it." Grok, the Tarlatian engineer, lumbered down the ramp after her, his rocky form creaking with each step. "Alive or not, it's playing havoc with our systems. We need to figure out why, and fast." Zaxnar, the mission leader, emerged last, their eye stalks swiveling in all directions, taking in the alien landscape. "Remember, we must remain undetected. Our priority is to collect data on this atmospheric anomaly and assess its implications for our evaluation of humanity." The team spread out, each member focused on their specialized tasks. Dr. Lyrics began collecting air samples, while Grok set up a perimeter of sensors to monitor the surrounding area. Zaxnar coordinated their efforts, constantly in communication with Nexus, the ship's eye, which remained on board to analyze the incoming data. As the hours passed, the alien researchers found themselves increasingly perplexed by their findings. Earth's atmosphere, far from being the simple mixture of gases they had expected, revealed layer upon layer of complexity. Dr. Lyrics's voice rang out with excitement. "I've isolated several compounds in the air that aren't present in our database. They seem to be organic in nature, but their structure is unlike anything I've seen before." Grok grunted in response, his gravelly voice tinged with frustration. "Whatever they are, they're the reason our technology is malfunctioning. These compounds are interacting with our equipment in ways I can't even begin to explain. Zaxnar absorbed this information, their analytical mind racing to connect the dots. Could these compounds be naturally occurring, or might they be the result of human activity? Before anyone could respond, Nexus's voice crackled over their communicators. Alert. I've detected approaching human aircraft. Estimated time to visual contact: 10 minutes. The team sprang into action, quickly gathering their equipment and retreating to the safety of the Cosmic Inquiry. As they sealed the ship's entrance, Zaxnar issued rapid-fire orders. Activate all stealth protocols. Gruk, do what you can to stabilize our cloaking field. Dr. Lyrics, continue your analysis. We need answers, and we need them now. The minutes ticked by with agonizing slowness as the alien researchers huddled inside their vessel, watching the skies through external cameras. Soon, a formation of sleek, angular aircraft came into view, their design unlike anything the Confederation had encountered in a supposedly primitive species. Remarkable, Zaxnar murmured, all eyes fixed on the screen. Their aeronautical technology is far more advanced than our initial assessments suggested. The human aircraft circled the area several times before moving on, apparently finding nothing out of the ordinary. As the tension in the ship eased, Nexus spoke up. I've completed my preliminary analysis of Dr. Lyrics' findings. The unique compounds in Earth's atmosphere appear to be a combination of naturally occurring substances and artificial pollutants. Dr. Lyrics' crystalline form pulsed with excitement. Of course, the humans' industrial activities must have altered their planet's atmosphere over time. But instead of destroying their world, as we've seen with so many other young species, they've inadvertently created something extraordinary. Grok, still wrestling with the ship's malfunctioning systems, growled in frustration. Extraordinary or not, it's a major problem for us. Our technology relies on certain universal constants. Earth's atmosphere violates several of them. Zaxnar, ever the pragmatist, saw both the challenge and the opportunity in this revelation. This changes everything. If Earth's atmosphere is truly unique in the galaxy, it could explain why our long-range scans fail to accurately assess human potential. We may need to reevaluate all of our previous conclusions. As the team delved deeper into their research, they uncovered more surprises. The complex interaction between Earth's natural systems and human activity had created an atmospheric environment that was constantly in flux, adapting and evolving in ways that defied conventional understanding. Dr. Lyrics made another startling discovery. I found traces of microbial life in the air samples. These microorganisms seem to be thriving in Earth's atmosphere, forming a kind of aerial ecosystem. Nexus chimed in with additional information, correlating this data with intercepted human scientific transmissions. It appears the humans are only beginning to understand the complexity of their own atmosphere. They call this microbial ecosystem the aerial microbiome. Zaxnar's mind raced with the implications. A living atmosphere, teeming with microscopic life, constantly adapting. No wonder our technology is struggling to cope. We've never encountered a world quite like this. As the day wore on, the alien researchers continued to uncover layer after layer of complexity in Earth's atmosphere. They found that the air was not just a mixture of gases, but a dynamic, ever-changing system that played a crucial role in supporting the planet's incredible biodiversity. Grok, despite his initial skepticism, found himself impressed by the ingenuity required to develop technology in such a challenging environment. These humans must be more resilient than we thought. To build advanced machines in an atmosphere that interferes with even our superior technology, it's almost admirable. Dr. Lyrics, always eager to understand the broader implications, posed a thought-provoking question. What if Earth's unique atmosphere has shaped human evolution in ways we haven't considered? Could it be a factor in their rapid technological advancement? Zaxnar, typically dismissive of such speculative thinking, found themselves considering the possibility. An intriguing hypothesis. If true, It would mean that the very thing that makes Earth challenging for us might be the source of humanity's potential strength. As night fell, the alien research team gathered to compile their findings and prepare a preliminary report for the Galactic Confederation. The picture that emerged was far from what they had expected when they first arrived on Earth. Zaxnar, summarizing their discoveries, addressed the team. "We came here expecting to find a primitive, unremarkable species on a mundane world. Instead, we've encountered a planet with an atmosphere unlike any we've seen, teeming with life from the ground to the stratosphere. And the humans, far from being simple creatures, have not only survived in this complex environment, but have thrived developing technology that rivals our own in some respects." Dr. Lyrics chimed in, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "We've only scratched the surface. Imagine what other secrets this world might hold." Grok, ever practical, brought them back to immediate concerns. "All of this is fascinating, but we still need to find a way to adapt our technology to function properly in this atmosphere. Otherwise, we risk exposure every time we try to observe the humans up close." Zaxnar nodded in agreement. "Indeed, our mission has become far more complex than we anticipated. We must not only assess humanity's potential, but also unravel the mysteries of their world. The Confederation must be informed that Earth is not the simple case we expected. This planet and its inhabitants demand a far more thorough investigation." As the cosmic inquiry systems hummed softly in the background, processing vast amounts of data, the alien researchers settled in for a long night of analysis and discussion. They had come to Earth seeking answers, but instead have found a world full of questions that challenged their understanding of life, technology, and the very nature of intelligence in the universe. Little did they know that their presence on Earth, despite their best efforts at secrecy, had not gone entirely unnoticed. As they worked, a select group of humans, scientists, military personnel, and government officials were piecing together evidence of their arrival. The stage was set for a confrontation that would change the course of both human and galactic history. The mysteries of Earth's atmosphere were just the beginning. As the alien researchers would soon discover, humanity's true potential was about to reveal itself in ways that would shake the foundations of the galactic community. The human factor. As the alien research team from the Cosmic Inquiry grappled with the mysteries of Earth's atmosphere, humanity was unwittingly preparing to demonstrate its true potential. Unbeknownst to the extraterrestrial visitors, their arrival had not gone unnoticed by a select group of humans who had dedicated their lives to the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Dr. Samantha Chen, a brilliant astrophysicist at the SETI Institute, had been the first to detect the anomalous readings that coincided with the Cosmic Inquiry's arrival. Her persistence in investigating what her colleagues had dismissed as a glitch led her to a startling conclusion. Earth had been visited by an alien spacecraft. In a secure underground facility, Dr. Chen presented her findings to a group of top scientists and government officials. "The data is clear," she explained, her voice steady despite the gravity of her words. "We are not alone, and our visitors are here, now, on Earth." The room erupted into a flurry of questions and exclamations, but Dr. Chen raised her hand for silence. "There's more," she continued. "Whatever technology these beings possess, it seems to be malfunctioning. They're struggling to maintain their cloaking capabilities, which is how we detected them in the first place." General Marcus Hawthorne, a grizzled veteran with decades of military experience, leaned forward. "Are you saying we have a tactical advantage, Dr. Chen?" "Potentially," she replied cautiously. "But I believe we should approach this as an opportunity for peaceful contact, not as a threat." As the human leaders debated their next move, the alien researchers were making discoveries of their own that would reshape their understanding of humanity. Back on the Cosmic Inquiry, Dr. Lyrics had been analyzing human biological samples collected from the surrounding environment. Her crystalline form vibrated with excitement as she called her colleagues to view her findings. "You won't believe this," she chimed, her voice a cascade of musical notes. Human physiology is far more complex than our initial scan suggested. Their cellular structure shows signs of incredible adaptability. Grok lumbered over, his rocky brow furrowed. Adaptability. In what way? Dr. Lyrix's response was cut short by an alert from Nexus. The ship's eye. Incoming transmission detected. Origin. Earth-based communication network. Zaxnar's eye stalks swiveled in alarm. Have we been discovered? Decode the transmission immediately. The alien researchers gathered around the main view screen as a message appeared, written in a variety of Earth languages. To our extraterrestrial visitors, we know you are here. We come in peace and wish to establish contact. Please respond. For a moment, silence reigned in the ship. Then Zaxnar spoke, their voice a mix of awe and concern. They've not only detected us, but have also correctly deduced our purpose. The humans are far more perceptive than we gave them credit for. As the alien team debated how to respond, Dr. Lyrix continued her analysis of human biology. Her findings painted a picture of a species uniquely suited to their challenging environment. It's remarkable, she explained to her colleagues. Human cells contain structures that allow them to rapidly adapt to environmental stressors. They can withstand radiation, toxins, and pathogens that would devastate most species we've encountered. Grok, intrigued despite his usual skepticism, asked, could this be why they've survived and thrived in an atmosphere that interferes with our technology? Dr. Lyrix's crystalline form pulsed with excitement. Exactly. And there's more. Their neural plasticity is off the charts. Human brains can form new connections and adapt to new situations at a rate we've never seen before. Zaxnar, listening intently, began to see the implications. So, the very challenges that make Earth difficult for us to study have driven human evolution to create a remarkably resilient and adaptable species, Dr. Lyrix finished. As if to underscore this point, Nexus interrupted with another alert. Detection systems indicate multiple Earth vehicles approaching our location. Primitive by our standards, but they appear to be specifically designed for off-road terrain. The alien researchers watched in astonishment as a convoy of rugged vehicles navigated the dense forest with ease, coming to a stop near their landing site. From the lead vehicle emerged a small group of humans, led by Dr. Samantha Chen and General Hawthorne. Incredible, Zaxnar murmured. They've not only located us, but have mobilized a response team in a matter of hours. Their organizational capabilities are far beyond what we expected from a pre-contact species. As the human delegation approached the cloaked ship, Dr. Chen stepped forward, holding up a device. Her voice, translated by the ship's systems, rang out clearly. We know you're here. We've developed this device to penetrate your cloaking field. Please, show yourselves. We mean you no harm. The alien researchers exchanged glances, realizing that the humans had managed to develop countermeasures to their advanced technology in an incredibly short time. Zaxnar made a decision. It seems we have no choice. Deactivate the cloaking field. It's time we met our hosts face to face. As the cosmic inquiry shimmered into view, gasps of awe and excitement rippled through the human group. Dr. Chen's face lit up with a mixture of triumph and wonder, while General Hawthorne maintained a cautious but curious expression. The ship's boarding ramp lowered, and the alien researchers emerged, presenting themselves to humanity for the first time. Dr. Lyrix's crystalline form sparkled in the sunlight. Grok's massive rocky body dwarfed the humans, and Zaxnar's multiple eye stalks swiveled to take in every detail of the scene. Dr. Chen stepped forward, her voice steady despite the momentous occasion. On behalf of humanity, welcome to Earth. We have so many questions for you. Zaxnar, equally awed by the humans' composure in the face of such an extraordinary event, replied, and we, it seems, have much to learn from you. Your species has surprised us at every turn. As the two groups began to communicate, sharing knowledge and asking questions, It became clear that this encounter was unlike anything the Galactic Confederation had experienced before. The humans displayed a remarkable ability to process and adapt to new information, asking insightful questions that often caught the alien researchers off guard. General Hawthorne, setting aside his initial caution, engaged Grok in a detailed discussion about the challenges of developing technology in Earth's unique atmosphere. "So, our air is giving your systems trouble, eh?" he chuckled. "Guess that puts us on a more even footing." Grok, impressed by the human's quick grasp of the situation, rumbled in agreement. "Your species has achieved remarkable technological feats, given the constraints of your environment. It's admirable." Meanwhile, Dr. Chen and Dr. Lyrics were deep in conversation about the complexities of Earth's biosphere and its effects on human evolution. The human scientists' ability to quickly grasp alien concepts and offer new perspectives left Dr. Lyrics' crystalline form pulsing with excitement. As the day wore on, Zaxnar found themselves constantly revising their assessment of humanity. The species they had initially dismissed as weak and unremarkable was proving to be ingenious, adaptable, and possessed of a unique perspective that could offer fresh insights to the galactic community. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the gathering, Zaxnar addressed both the human delegation and their fellow researchers. "It is clear that our initial evaluation of humanity was deeply flawed. Your species has not only survived but thrived in an environment that challenges even our advanced technology. Your adaptability, your ingenuity, and your insatiable curiosity mark you as a truly remarkable species." Dr. Chen, her eyes shining with the thrill of discovery, replied, "And we have so much more to show you. This is just the beginning of what humanity can offer to the galaxy." As the first official meeting between humans and the Galactic Confederation drew to a close, both sides knew that everything had changed. Humanity, far from being a primitive species on an unremarkable world, had proven itself to be a potential powerhouse in the cosmic arena. The alien researchers returned to their ship that night with a new mission, not just to study humanity, but to learn from them. And as news of the encounter began to spread around the globe, humans everywhere looked to the stars with new eyes, knowing that their place in the universe was far greater than they had ever imagined. The stage was set for Earth's emergence onto the galactic stage, and the ripples of this encounter would soon be felt across the cosmos. The species once dismissed as weak was about to show the galaxy what true strength looked like. The galactic uproar. As news of the encounter on Earth spread across the galaxy, the reactions from various alien species ranged from disbelief to excitement to outright fear. The Galactic Confederation, long accustomed to being the arbiters of cosmic knowledge, found itself in an unprecedented situation. On the Confederation's capital world, Zenith Prime, an emergency council had been convened. Representatives from thousands of species gathered in the Grand Assembly Hall, a vast chamber that seemed to defy the laws of physics, its architecture a testament to the combined ingenuity of 100 worlds. High Counselor Vexara, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate crystalline vessel, called the assembly to order. Her voice, a harmonic blend of tones, resonated throughout the hall. "Esteemed colleagues, we face a situation unlike any in our long history. The assessment team sent to Earth has reported findings that challenge our fundamental understanding of life, technology, and the very fabric of the universe." Murmurs rippled through the assembled delegates as Vexera continued. "We will now hear directly from the team leader, Chief Assessor Zaxnar." A holographic projection of Zaxnar appeared in the center of the hall, their multiple eye stalks swiveling to take in the vast audience. "Honored representatives of the Confederation, I come before you today to admit a grave error in our initial assessment of Earth and its inhabitants." The hall erupted in a cacophony of shocked exclamations and heated discussions. Zaxnar waited patiently for the commotion to die down before continuing. "The humans, far from being the primitive species we initially believed them to be, have demonstrated levels of adaptability, ingenuity, and resilience that surpass many of our member races. Their world, with its unique atmospheric composition, has driven them to develop in ways we never anticipated. As Zaxnar detailed their findings, reactions from the assembled delegates varied wildly. The Quarians, a race of hyperlogical beings, found the data fascinating and immediately began formulating new theories about evolutionary paths. The Murksixi, known for their warlike tendencies, saw potential threats in humanity's rapid adaptability. Ambassador Lore of the Trilixian Collective raised a tentacle to speak. If the humans are as adaptable as you claim, what's to stop them from becoming a dominant force in the galaxy? We've seen what happens when a single species gains too much power. Zaxnar's response was measured. It is precisely because of their potential that we must approach this situation with open minds. The humans have much to offer the Confederation, just as we have much to offer them. As the debate raged on, news of Earth's unique properties spread beyond the confines of the Confederation. In the shadowy corners of the galaxy, where outlaws and rogue civilizations dwelled, the information was received with great interest. On the pirate world of Nexus Omega, a gathering of the galaxy's most notorious criminals was taking place. Captain Zarkax, a cybernetically enhanced fraction with a reputation for audacious heists, addressed his fellow outlaws. "Think of the possibilities, my friends," he growled, his mechanical eye glowing ominously. "A world with an atmosphere that interferes with standard technology. Imagine the secrets we could hide there, the bases we could build." His words were met with a chorus of cheers and raised glasses, but one voice cut through the celebration. Madame X, an enigmatic information broker of unknown species, spoke softly, yet her words carried weight. "You're all missing the bigger picture," she purred. "It's not the planet we should be interested in, but its inhabitants, a species that can adapt so quickly, that can thrive in conditions that challenge even the Confederation. Think of what they could become with the right guidance." Back in the Confederation Assembly, the debate had taken a new turn. Professor Ixlor, a renowned xenoanthropologist, was presenting a radical theory. "Colleagues, what if Earth's unique conditions are not an anomaly, but a crucible? What if the challenges posed by their world have forged humanity into something more? We may be witnessing the birth of a new stage of cosmic evolution." The professor's words sent shockwaves through the assembly. The implications were staggering. If true, it meant that humanity might represent the next step in galactic development, a potential that both excited and terrified the gathered representatives. As the debate raged on, practical concerns began to surface. Ambassador Tizin of the Mercantile Worlds Collective raised an important point. If we accept humans into the galactic community, how do we integrate a species whose very presence might disrupt our technology? We must consider the economic implications. The question sparked a flurry of discussions about potential technological exchanges, trade agreements, and the need for new protocols in interspecies interactions. Some saw opportunities for unprecedented growth and innovation, while others feared the destabilization of carefully balanced power structures. Meanwhile, on Earth, the human leaders who had made first contact were grappling with their own challenges. Dr. Samantha Chen found herself at the center of a media storm as governments around the world demanded information about the alien visitors. In a press conference broadcast globally, Dr. Chen addressed the world's population. "Fellow citizens of Earth, we stand at the threshold of a new era. The universe is vaster and more wondrous than we ever imagined, and we have been invited to take our place among the stars. But we must proceed with caution and wisdom." General Hawthorne, standing beside her, added his own statement. "Make no mistake, this is not just an opportunity, but a challenge. We must prove ourselves worthy of this cosmic community, while also protecting our own interests and values." As humanity began to grapple with its new reality, the ripples of their discovery continued to spread across the galaxy. On distant worlds, scientists began to re-examine their own atmospheres, looking for traces of the complex interactions found on Earth. Military strategists started developing new technologies designed to function in Earth-like conditions, seeing potential tactical advantages. In the Confederation Assembly, the debate had reached a fever pitch. High Counselor Vexera called for order, her crystalline form pulsing with an intense light. "We cannot ignore the potential humanity represents," she declared, "nor can we overlook the challenges their integration might pose. I propose a motion to establish a special committee dedicated to Earth relations, tasked with guiding our interactions with this remarkable species." The motion passed, but not without opposition. As the assembly adjourned, delegates broke into small groups, discussing the implications of the day's revelations. Some saw humanity as a threat to be contained, others as an opportunity to be exploited, and still others as potential allies in the grand cosmic dance. As news of the Confederation's decision reached Earth, humanity found itself facing a future filled with both promise and peril. The species that had once gazed at the stars in wonder now knew that those same stars were gazing back, with a mix of fascination, fear, and anticipation. In laboratories and boardrooms, in government offices and public forums, humans began to prepare for their emergence onto the galactic stage. The adaptability and resilience that had allowed them to thrive on their challenging homeworld would now be put to the ultimate test. As the sun set on this momentous day, both humanity and the galactic community knew that nothing would ever be the same. The age of Earth's isolation was over. A new chapter in cosmic history was about to begin, and at its center stood a species that had gone from being dismissed as weak to being recognized as potentially one of the most significant forces in the galaxy. The universe held its breath, waiting to see what humanity would do next. Earth's emergence. In the months following the initial contact, Earth became a hub of frenetic activity. The revelation of alien life and humanity's impending entry into galactic society sparked a renaissance of innovation and cooperation unlike anything seen before in human history. Dr. Samantha Chen found herself at the forefront of this new era, heading up the newly formed Global Extraterrestrial Relations Agency, GERA. Her office, a gleaming tower in the heart of New York City, had become the epicenter of Earth's preparations for its cosmic debut. "We have a unique opportunity here," Dr. Chen addressed a room full of the world's top scientists, engineers, and diplomats. "The Galactic Confederation underestimated us once. Let's make sure they never make that mistake again." Around the globe, humans were rising to the challenge. In laboratories and workshops, scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to develop technologies that could function seamlessly in both Earth's unique atmosphere and the standardized environments of other worlds. Dr. Raj Patel, a brilliant materials scientist from Mumbai, made a breakthrough that would change everything. "We've done it," he exclaimed, bursting into Dr. Chen's office one morning. "We've developed a programmable metamaterial that can adapt its properties in real time to different atmospheric conditions." This innovation, soon dubbed Patel particles, became the cornerstone of Earth's technological leap forward. It allowed human-made devices to function flawlessly across a wide range of environments, overcoming one of the biggest hurdles to their integration into galactic society. Meanwhile, in the political arena, world leaders were setting aside long-standing differences to present a united front to the cosmos. The formation of the United Earth Council marked a new era of global cooperation, with representatives from every nation working together to chart humanity's course among the stars. As Earth prepared, the Galactic Confederation was also undergoing significant changes. The Special Committee on Earth Relations, led by the now famous Zach Snar, had been working overtime to prepare for humanity's integration. On Zenith Prime, Zach Snar addressed the Confederation Assembly once again. "Esteemed colleagues, I am pleased to report that humanity continues to exceed our expectations. Their rate of technological advancement since our arrival is unprecedented. They are not merely adapting to the idea of galactic society. They are preparing to become active, innovative participants." The assembly buzzed with a mixture of excitement and concern. Ambassador Lore of the Trilixian Collective spoke up. "This rapid advancement is precisely what worries some of us. How can we be sure humans won't upset the delicate balance of power in the galaxy? High Counselor Vexera's crystalline form pulsed as she responded. Change is the only constant in the universe, Ambassador. We must adapt, just as the humans have. Their unique perspective may be exactly what our Confederation needs to move forward. Back on Earth, the day of humanity's official entry into the galactic community had arrived. A delegation from the Confederation was set to land in a specially constructed spaceport outside of Geneva, where they would be greeted by leaders from around the world. As the sleek alien ship descended from the sky, Dr. Chen stood at the forefront of the welcoming committee, her heart racing with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Beside her, General Hawthorne straightened his uniform, a new patch on his shoulder bearing the insignia of Earth's fledgling space defense force. The ship's ramp lowered, and a diverse group of alien beings emerged. At their head was Zaxnar, flanked by Dr. Lyrix and Grok, now familiar faces to the human leadership. Dr. Chen stepped forward, her voice clear and confident as she addressed the visitors and the billions watching the live broadcast around the world. On behalf of humanity, we welcome you to Earth. Today marks not an end, but a beginning. We step into the galactic community not as supplicants, but as partners, ready to contribute, to learn, and to help shape the future of our shared cosmos. Zaxnar responded, their multiple eyes taking in the scene before them. And on behalf of the Galactic Confederation, we welcome humanity. Your world has already taught us a valuable lesson about the dangers of assumptions and the wonders that can be found in unexpected places. We look forward to the contributions your unique perspective will bring to our community. As the formal ceremonies proceeded, humans around the world celebrated in their own ways. In Tokyo, holographic displays lit up the sky with images of alien worlds. In Rio de Janeiro, samba dancers performed in costumes inspired by the various species of the Confederation. In Nairobi, a group of schoolchildren launched a swarm of small drones, each one carrying messages of peace and friendship in hundreds of Earth languages and a few alien ones. But it wasn't just a day of ceremony. Humanity was eager to prove its worth to the galactic community. In orbit above the Earth, a joint human-alien team was preparing to activate humanity's first faster-than-light communication array, built using a combination of Confederation technology and Earth ingenuity. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the lead engineer on the project, held her breath as she initiated the startup sequence. For a tense moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the array hummed to life, its energy signature unlike anything ever seen in the Confederation. "It's working," Dr. Rodriguez exclaimed, her voice trembling with excitement. "And if my readings are correct, it's operating at 50% above projected efficiency." The news of this success spread quickly, causing a stir among the Confederation representatives. Grok, who had been skeptical of human engineering capabilities, found himself reevaluating his stance. "Remarkable," he rumbled. "They'd not only replicated our technology, but improved upon it." As the day wore on, more and more examples of human ingenuity came to light. From advancements in renewable energy, inspired by Earth's complex ecosystems, to new medical treatments derived from studying human cellular adaptability, it became clear that humanity had much to offer the galactic community. In Geneva, as the formal ceremonies concluded, Dr. Chen and Zaxnar found a quiet moment to speak privately. "I must admit," Zaxnar said, their voice carrying a note of humility that Dr. Chen had never heard before. "When we first arrived on Earth, we thought we were here to study a primitive species. Instead, we found teachers." Dr. Chen smiled, "And we found that the universe is far more wonderful and diverse than we had ever imagined. There's so much for us to learn from you as well." "Indeed," Zaxnar agreed. "I believe this marks the beginning of a new era, not just for humanity, but for the entire Confederation. Your species' ability to thrive in adversity, to adapt and innovate in the face of challenges, it's inspiring." As they spoke, an alert chimed on Dr. Chen's communication device. Her eyes widened as she read the message. "Speaking of innovation," she said, her voice filled with excitement, "it seems our scientists have just made a breakthrough in understanding the quantum properties of Earth's atmospheric anomalies. This could revolutionize space travel as we know it." Zaxnar's eye stalks quivered with interest. "Truly, humanity's potential seems limitless. I look forward to seeing where this discovery leads us." As the sun set on this historic day, humanity looked to the stars with new eyes. No longer were they distant, unreachable points of light. Now they represented new frontiers, new challenges, and new friends. Earth had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and the galaxy would never be the same. The species once dismissed as weak had proven itself to be a powerhouse of adaptation, innovation, and determination. As ships from 100 worlds hung in orbit around the blue planet, their crews marveling at the world that had produced such a remarkable species, humanity prepared for its next great adventure. The stars were calling, and Earth was ready to answer. In laboratories and universities, in spacecraft and alien worlds, humans would work alongside their new galactic neighbors, bringing their unique perspective and indomitable spirit to bear on the mysteries of the cosmos. The message was clear. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, and they were here to stay. The future stretched out before them, filled with endless possibilities, and Earth was ready to meet it head-on. As Dr. Chen looked up at the star-filled sky that night, she couldn't help but smile. "Look out, universe," she whispered. "Here we come."